So this is Miss Calhoun. She's a high school teacher in Brevard County, Florida, and someone who's really beloved by her students. She's one of those teachers that they feel that they can confide in, that they can talk to, that talks to them like people and not like underlings being ordered around. They really like Miss Calhoun. Unfortunately, Miss Calhoun's not going to be around next year. You see, she's losing her job for calling a student by their preferred name. Teacher didn't have parents' permission, school district says. If that sounds crazy to you, here's what's going on in Brevard. At the beginning of the school year, they sent out forms for parents to fill out. And if your child wanted to be called anything other than their birth name on their birth certificate, called by their middle name, called by a nickname, a shortened version of their actual full name even, in theory, you had to sign a form allowing that. And this student asked a teacher who respects them to call them by the name that they chose to be called by, and she did. And now her contract isn't being renewed. And apparently this happened because that student's parents contacted the district and complained and wanted this teacher fired. First of all, kudos to those parents. You are doing everything in your power to make sure as soon as possible your child wants and has nothing to do with you. Right now, there's an obligation that they have to interact with you, live under your roof, etc. You are doing damage to your relationship that will follow you the rest of your life. So, good luck with all of that. Spokesperson for the district said the focus is on education. Our job is to work in partnership with parents and guardians to ensure student success. Because, students can't be successful unless their parents are happy, apparently. Went on to say that she'll finish out her contract, which ends in May, and then said they didn't renew it as Florida will review her teaching certificate due to her actions being in violation of state law. So in other words, she's probably going to lose her teaching license in the state as well. Because a state that's struggling to get any decent teachers just wants to continually make it worse and worse and less appealing to be a teacher here. Students aren't liking this decision. They want to support her. So today, they had planned a walkout. I spoke to parents and a student today after what was supposed to be the walkout. They told me that it was announced anyone who tries to participate in the walkout will be suspended for 3 days. And basically, the student body was like, the fuck they going to do, suspend us all? So they were going to do it anyway. And then the words that were used to me were, they locked the exit so we couldn't leave. Now, I'm sure they didn't violate like fire safety law because this campus has like outdoor areas and stuff. It was the gates to leave. But some students were able to get out like of a side gate. And then they allegedly announced it's actually going to be a 10-day suspension if you participate. All allegedly at the behest of the district. The high school seems to be in support of her. It's the district that isn't. Christine Stiniak, a media specialist at the high school, questioned the handling of the situation and accused the district of trying to, quote, slip this under the rug. My colleague and child's teacher was let go after just 2 weeks of internal review. There was no harm, no threat to safety, no malicious intent, just a teacher trying to connect with a student, and for that, her contract was not renewed. That's all this is. No one is being harmed. I grew up with tons of kids that went by nicknames or went by their middle names. I always went by my middle name. I don't use my first name. That was never a problem. It's now a problem because the trans agenda, you are making things difficult. You are setting up roadblocks. You are creating turmoil that does not need to exist. And you are chasing away good teachers in the process. A change.org petition has been set up. Reinstate Miss Calhoun. If you go to change.org or just Google change.org, reinstate Miss Calhoun. This will come up if you would like to sign it. I'll put it on like my Instagram stories as well. So if you have a moment, please feel free to sign that. And to Brevard County and Florida in general, pull your head out of your ass and do the right thing.